Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that short series of clips. What I'd like to do now is tell you why exactly I got involved. I can look you in the eye and tell you that I am by far the biggest skeptic I know. And I was approached just over a year ago by a very good friend, someone I respect both on a friendship level as well as a business level, an extremely successful realtor. And when he came to me with this, I looked across the table to him and said, "You've got to be kidding me. What are you doing? You got involved in some kind of pyramid scam." I had a closed mind. I listened to him. And by the end of our conversation, we had a good hour lunch. He went through a few things that really perked my interest. A few of the things that stuck out to me and had me spend 3 solid weeks of doing due diligence is that this is a billion, that's with a B, billion-dollar company. Monavie achieved that in just 3.5 years. Astonishing feat. Put that in perspective, it took Microsoft 15 years to hit its first $1 billion in sales. It took Sony almost 9 years to hit its first $1 billion in sales. Both those companies were highly leveraged. Monavie remains debt-free to this day. They're now in excess of $2.5 billion. Just January 2010 turned 5 years old. One thing that really impressed me with Monavie in doing my research on the company is that they disclose everything up front. The company actually has a third-party audited income disclosure statement that shows you what every rank of the company is actually making. They hire an external law firm to go in and audit this document. And again, you see the lows, the highs, and the averages. Um, for every rank in the company. It's right there in black and white. It's not a pie in the sky figure that someone out there is making all this money. Robert Kiyosaki, I'm a huge fan of him. There's one thing that I've learned from him: the trend is your friend. I was a big benefactor from the mortgage boom. I call myself an average guy, and I was able to earn an extraordinary income for about 5 years. Right now, we've got the biggest economic boom in world history called the wellness boom. It's currently $1 trillion a year industry. The real estate boom at its height was 80 billion, to put that in perspective. Wellness, obviously driven by the baby boomers. Uh, they represent 28% of our population, however, 70% of our spending. So ask yourself, if you're going to put your time and money somewhere, obviously the wellness industry is a pretty positive place to do it. And when the baby boomer changes a trend, they change it for an average of 23 years. So we're not talking about a 5 year real estate boom or a 5 year .com boom. We're talking about a sustainable industry. We have an unbelievable management team at Monavie, led by Dallin Larson. You saw Ernest & Young, amazing award, just received Entrepreneur of the Year. Henry Marsh, four-time Olympian, also a co-founder. Name you may recognize is Maria Ramirez. I encourage you to Google her name. She sits on Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway board of directors. She predicted Monavie when they were just 12 million in sales to be the foremost in the food and functional beverage category, which they now are. She now not only sits on Warren Buffett's board of directors, she also sits on Monavie's board of directors. Uh, Monavie was just showcased in Inc. 500 magazine as the #1 company in revenue for 2008 in the food and beverage company. Again, this is a company in 2008 that was not even 4 years old yet. Unbelievable accomplishment. They were number 14 out of all the categories combined. Again, I'll put Microsoft out there where it's a household name. When they debuted in Inc. 500 magazine, they were 63rd. When it comes to the industry as a whole, the direct selling industry, there are thousands of companies. Forbes magazine recently did an article outlining the top 100 earners in the industry itself. I'm happy to say that Monavie had nearly 60 of the first 100 earners in the world. And again, this is a company at the time that was less than 5 years old. Every other company in the top 500 is over 20 years old. Clearly shows their compensation plan does pay. Excuse me. One thing I really looked into when I was looking into Monavie is not only the business minds, which there are many amazing people behind the company, but also on the company's medical advisory board. You've got unbelievable people. Dr. Pennychris Etherton, board chair of the American Heart Association. Dr. Ralph Carlson, foremost in obesity, and weight management in the country. Dr. Alexander Schaus, he is the foremost on the acai berry. And I want to thank you for your time. Look forward to hearing from you. If you could do me a favor and let me know as soon as possible your interest level. You can rate it, get from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not interested at all, to 10 being yes, sign me up today. I'm ready to work this business with you. This is not a you go do it business. but rather let's go do a business. We've got specific systems, conference calls, live events, all kinds of plug and play systems that we can put you into and get your business rolling right away. Uh, I am at your beck and call, ultimately your mentor, and look forward to working with you on this should you choose to move forward. I would definitely be skeptic for anyone who didn't go out and do their due diligence before they got involved in any type of business or investment. So please do that. I look forward to hearing from you and hearing your questions. If you'll notice in the upper right hand corner of this web page, there is a link to my website. You can get more product information there. The information I've covered here is just a very small piece of the pie. I've got lots of other information that I'd love to share with you, and would be happy to forward that on or get on a call with you. Thanks for your time, and look forward to working with you real soon.